What is going on today, guys? I'm super excited. Today I have a video for you, the audience. My name is Justin. I am here with TheDigitalLife, and as you guys know, if you guys check out my channel, I do reviews of technology. I don't really do phone reviews. I do kind of just technology regarding audio and things like that. I've actually reviewed a laptop. So if you are in the market for anything like that on the news side, go check it out. And then don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you guys are ready. So guys, today, if you could, to support my work, please go to Twitter and subscribe or follow to @_TheDigitalLife. I will put a link in the video. But otherwise, please rate, comment, and subscribe, guys. I am looking to get feedback on my videos. No one's perfect. We can all try our best. So that's why I'm here and putting in the effort to give you guys a video. So anyways, let's get started, guys. PowerBeats Pro 6-month review.
Close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all.
Today I have a review of a special product that is actually my favorite product today to date. And it's the PowerBeats Pro. I did a full unboxing and review of this before, but today I thought I would do a 6-month review. I've had these for about 5 to 8 months, but I don't know exactly, so I thought I'd just round up. Nobody really does a 7-month review. That just sounds weird. So today I thought I would do a 6-month review on the PowerBeats Pro. The reason why I decided to do this today, guys, is because these are my favorite earphones. So when I wake up in the morning or when I go to bed, these are my daily drivers. These are what I use for movies, music, calls, anything like that. So my favorite thing that I will start off with is that these are very versatile headphones, but in my opinion, the reason why these are so great is because of one sentence, and it's, they make your life easier. And I know that's just like a cheesy slogan, but for me, and you'll find out in just a few minutes with this video, this is not a cheesy slogan. These are great headphones. I don't have AirPods, so I can't relate them or compare them to that, but I can compare them as best as I can. So for me personally, that's my way of doing it. I don't own those headphones. All I own are over-the-ear wireless Bluetooth headphones, and these ones, I will relate these, compare these in some ways to the EarPods with an E, but unfortunately that's not a good comparison. Alright guys, so first off, I want to show you exactly what they look like in my ear. So this is kind of more on the review side. I'm going to have a gradual video today for you to basically show you exactly what these headphones are like. But basically, this is what the case looks like when you guys are looking at it. When you guys are looking at this case, it is about the size of I would say it's about 75% of the size of a wallet. It gives you this little red, I hope you guys can see this, I'm trying to focus the camera. It gives you guys this indication. This goes white, I believe, when it is a fully charged case, and when it is not, it goes red. So right now it is not a fully charged case. It goes red at the end there. So this is, in my opinion, from what I've seen with the AirPods, not the same as AirPods. So AirPods are going to be a very small, like a size of a Tic Tacs. This is not the size of Tic Tacs. So the first thing I will tell you guys is that if you guys are really into the AirPods or really like any kind of small compact thing in your pocket, this might not be for you. However, I don't really mind it, because if you put it in your front pocket and it's the only thing there, I don't think it's going to cause any kind of big issues. What I will say though is that if I found it to be pretty durable. The earphones, they're not in here right now. That's just the sake of, so you guys can kind of see what's going on here, but the earphones fit right in there. And there's actually a magnet in there, just like the AirPods. So when you do plug them in here, you don't have to it's like you literally drop them in here and then you don't have to place them right or anything. They just start charging. And then there's a little, I didn't take the message off, but there's a message in the back saying to pair them, you have to have the headphones into the case. So what that means is that these actually, I'll get more into this later in the video, it is more of a simplistic idea though, is that this will, once you pair them with one device, it surfaces on iCloud. So if you pair it with your iPhone and then you have an iPad and an iPod Touch and all these things on your iCloud account, this will actually pair with it no problem. So for that being said, this makes pairing your earphones pretty much the easiest thing in the world, to the point where you might not even notice that they got paired, and then you're like, oh, how did that happen? So first off, guys, for the video, I do want to talk about simplicity of using them. They do automatically pair with your phone on iCloud, like I just said. However, they do have this really cool feature where when you pick up the headphones off of a surface and put them into your ear, they actually will start playing. It's kind of too cool, in my opinion, because sometimes what will happen is I'll have my phone sitting across the room, and I'll pick them up and put them in my ear to go for a jog, and I'll forget to turn my phone on, but then it'll also start playing music. It's kind of like creepy or psychic, but I'm not going to complain. So when you take them out of your ear, though, they do the same thing. They'll pause. So I learned that if you're going to talk to someone on a train, or you're at college, or wherever you are, it can actually, if you take them out of your ear and put them down, they'll pause. And I found that to be about 95% reliable. They do sometimes take a few seconds for it to pause or play. It's not going to just be like this, as you guys could tell, because it is a sensor, and sensors are not, geniuses. So sometimes I noticed I would put it down, and then it would take a few seconds. I would say picking it up to your ear takes a little longer than putting it down. Usually I'd put it down and it'd be about instant, but then putting it to your ear takes a little longer. So for that being said, simplicity of use, we're looking at a case that charges them. You get about 2 hours of charge with a 30-minute charge in the case. So if you put them in here for 30 minutes, you get 2 hours of charge. I hope that's correct. I studied it a few minutes ago, but I am going to put that in the description so you guys have the facts from Beats by Dre. But I think that's super cool, because if you got this charged up but your headphones are at 10% and you're going on a run and you're like, oh, what do I do? You're not totally screwed. So that's the cool part about it. Simplicity of use, this charges with a lightning cable, just like the AirPods, which in my opinion is huge, because if you have an iPhone or an iPod Touch or anything like that, most people have lightning cables around their house. So for that being said, you probably are going to be okay with using this lightning cable for anything. It does come with one, but I actually don't really use it because I like to use a 10-foot charger, because that's who I am. So the earphones, I will put this in the description. This is a pretty minute topic, but they do come in white, green, blue, and black. I think I said all of them. I hope I did. But anyways, I got the black, guys, and I think the black is sleek. However, I will be completely transparent on the video. I got the black because it was the only one in stock, and I bought them right when they came out. So don't tell anybody, but I didn't have the other ones, because the navy is kind of cool, and also the white's kind of cool. But ease of use, guys, on the earphones themselves, they do have a pause and play button, which I think is really cool. So I will put that into the video. So essentially, when they're in your ear, this is what they look like, very small. You can use this. There's a Beats logo right here. These are the black ones, so the Beats logo is black. So actually seeing it on the camera might be extremely difficult, but I'm going to try to get it so you guys can see it. But if you double tap that, it actually will go to the next song. One tap, and I don't mean tap, I mean press, will actually pause it. And so what can happen is that it also has volume rocker right here. On my end, I can't really tell that you guys can see that. Oh, there it is. So there you go. If you guys look right there, you guys can see that it has the volume rocker. So in your ear, it's going to look just like that. So when you're walking around, it kind of just looks like you're a sport person, and that's exactly how it's supposed to look. So that is a forward front angle of the PowerBeats Pro. So simplicity of use, when you pick them up out of your ear and put them down, music will pause, play. Like I said before, just wanted to show you guys an actual example. They do go around your ear, which is super cool. I hope you guys can see this, but they go all the way around your ear, which means that they're really not coming out of your ear. Unless you're like doing some headbanging at a concert, but then I'm going to wonder why you're using your headphones at a concert. These are not going to come out. So just so you guys know, you put them in the case just like this. You pop it open, and then you pop them in here, and they fit perfectly. The only issue you're probably going to have with these headphones, which I was going to bring it up later, but I thought I'd bring it up now, is that for some unknown, bizarre reason, these, if you take them out of your ear too fast, come out. And I've noticed they've come out like 3 times in the past 6 months that I've had them, and they've gone on the floor. And it's annoying, because then if I don't have an extra set of earphones, then I got to not have one of them in my ear for a plane ride. So I will say that is kind of a natural nature of the headphone, though. They're not perfect, and I think that comes from just taking them in out of your ear. But simplicity of use, I would probably give these about a 9. The only thing I would say is not a 10 is the fact that those come out of your ear But I would also say that's probably it. So if that could be fixed, if they could kind of glue them, but then people who don't have the same ear size as this are kind of hosed. So next, guys, on the list is going to be sound quality, and we're going to get into that in just a second. Stay tuned. All right, guys, so for sound quality goes, I wanted to do a good segment on this because I feel like you're paying $250 to $200 for a pair of earphones, so you want to know if they sound good. So in my opinion, I'm going to start off by giving them a rating. Actually, I'll do that at the end. For me, personally, I'm going to start off by giving my overall first opinion. Disclaimers that it's my personal opinion, so this is what I've noticed over the past 6 months. These headphones are bass heavy with good low range, mid range, and I would say good low range, good highs. The mids are a little bit on the, I would say, just good. What I've noticed with these headphones is that there's good bass, it pumps, it's very sharp, and it's really kind of moves your ear. I mean, you can feel it, especially with like rap and stuff. You're going somewhere with the ears. Mid-range with rock and stuff, I found it to get a tad muddy at high volumes. The distortion gets a little bit higher with the higher volume you go. It's definitely something I would consider. So if you are a huge person with rock, heavy metal, alternative, and you really don't listen to anything else, I would give them a shot, but I would maybe not keep them. I would definitely pump the brakes and maybe get something that's a little bit more towards that end of the spectrum, like something like Bose. I did notice that things like Celine Dion, Josh Groban, high vocals sounded tremendous on these headphones. So if you're someone who's looking for that kind of thing, I would definitely go for these. So with that being said, sound quality, I noticed that the distortion was kind of higher when the volume was higher. So we can look at that as far as the aspect goes, that they are headphones that I think are meant more for the Beats by Dre stereotype, in a little bit of sense of that they're just meant for, bass heavy stuff. Overall, I would say the sound quality overall is very good, but I would say it does get a little bit weaker in those areas. So if you are someone who's looking for kind of an overall great sounding, balanced headphone, I would say these might lack a little bit in that department. I'm sure they sound really good, and especially if you're going for a run and you really want to get cranked up, these are definitely going to be the headphones for you. The next thing I'm going to go over, I would probably say, guys, is that these headphones, as far as sound quality go, I would give them an 8. And I say that because I would give them a 9, but I want to go at it from an objective opinion to help you guys out as the audience. Because if you guys are going to go spend the money on these headphones, I want you guys to take my word for it and not get upset if I'm wrong. So I would say probably about 8, more towards a 7.5 if I'm going from an audiophilic experience. So the next thing I want to go over is fit, which I think is going to be a pretty short segment on this video, because fit is actually extremely kind of just something that's not, I don't think it's hugely important on a pair of earphones, because I've never really put a pair of earphones in that are extremely uncomfortable. But these are very comfortable. They're very lightweight. You really can't tell that they're in. The only thing that you're going to get is some audio fatigue, which basically means that after using them for a long period of time, you might notice that you're like, oh man, I kind of want to just like take these out for a minute. But that's kind of normal, especially since they noise isolate. What that means is that when you put them in your ear, it's kind of like when you put your finger in your ear. You can't really hear anything. So when you put an earbud all the way into your eardrum, it's going to get rid of some of the noise. So that's what noise isolation means. So basically what that means is that when you put these in your ear, you're not going to hear much. So I'm probably talking loud, but that's because it's noise isolating with my fingers. So you can do that with this. So the fit, it's going to be great. You guys are going to love it. It's very light. You really don't notice they're in your ear. Obviously, you can hear things, but that's just because it's music, so duh. But I would say the fit is very good. I would probably give the fit a 9.5. The only reason why I don't give it a 10 is because I would say I do get some audio fatigue from the noise isolation, whereas from the ear pods, as I relate them to those, there's a lot more noise coming in, so it's really hard for me to get sick of those because I can really hear everything going around me, but then the music is also there. So I would give these 9.5 for fit. The next thing we're going to go into is battery life, which is my favorite part of these headphones, hands down. So the reason why these are my favorite headphones for battery life is because they last forever. I will plug these in, and one battery charge 0 to 100 is, I think, like they say 20 hours, but I usually get like a week or maybe even 4 days. I mean, it's ridiculous. I put these in there, and in my opinion, is you'll never struggle with battery life as long as when you're done using them, this is charged and you put them in the case. Because what will happen is you'll take them out of the case at 100%. You'll use them on a phone call for 2 hours. They'll be at 30% because phone calls, I don't know why, I guess they hurt they hurt the batteries. Then you put them back in here, and all of a sudden you're back up to 100 in the next hour. You don't even notice. What I've noticed is that you don't notice the battery life on these at all. All I notice is that when I put them in my ear, I'm like, oh, they're at 100. That's awesome. I will say, keep this charged up. Maybe charge it every night or whatever you're going to do, because what I have noticed is that sometimes this will be dead and then I'll be at 20% on the other headphones and I'll be like, uh-oh. But they both charge relatively quick. You can charge them while they're in the case, so you can plug them in while they're in the case just like this, and then it charges both of them. The battery indicator will also tell you on your phone what percentage each one is at. So sometimes you'll notice that one will be at 15, one will be at 30. Before, I thought that was kind of bizarre, but then I realized it's because sometimes I'll walk around with just one earphone in on a phone call for 2 hours, because you don't want to have two in, because then you're shouting, and nobody likes that. So battery life on this, I would give a 10. I would say that maybe I'd give it a 9.5 so that in the future they get it to be 40 hours, but then I think we're just getting picky. You got power everywhere you go, and there's no reason not to take advantage of that. Next thing on the list, guys, is going to be durability. So for me personally, I would say these headphones are very durable. I've put this battery case in my backpack and I've sat on it a few times, and you can kind of see that it can move. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it can move a little bit, but not really. It feels snug. These are magnetic, so we're gonna do a test right now. We're gonna see if these fall out with a little bit of shake. So I'm shaking it pretty hard. I'm gonna give it one last really hard shake because I don't care if they fall out because I trust it. Oh, so one of them fell out. So there you go. So as you guys can see, one of them fell out, one of them did not. That was a shake as if like you just were running in a football match and then someone hit you from the front and you just went backwards, because I really slapped it. So for durability, guys, you put them in here, they're gonna be all right. Now you're probably gonna say, what happens if I lose these? For durability side, I think that these probably would hold up pretty well. They are water resistant, not waterproof, water resistant and sweat resistant, which means you can go to a sauna, do whatever you're gonna do, and they're gonna be fine. Durability wise, I have not tested the water resistance, but I will tell you guys I have used them in the rain, not for long periods of time, but I've also had them fall onto wet surfaces, but not super wet. I've never put them in bowls of water or anything like that. So for that, speaking personally, guys, I would say these are very durable. You have nothing to worry about. I would personally, if it was me, probably keep it easy on the water use of these. I would not take them to like a skating, to like a pool and go swimming with them. And I would definitely not like put them in water without testing it first on your friends. But for me, I think these are very durable. So durability, I would probably give like a 9.5. The only reason why is because they're not waterproof, and I think it'd be super cool if like you could just go skiing with these and have them land in the snow. So overall, guys, this is the PowerBeats Pro 6-month review. Check them out. I'm going to put the links in the description of where to buy these. I saw them on Black Friday for $200. I would definitely get them on a deal. That's only because I like to be thrifty. I don't know about you, but if you really want to go get them, give them a shot. I will point out, guys, that I would look into the other colors, because I think black, if I had to give my personal overall honest opinion, it's cool and I think it looks sleek, but I also think white could look super cool. I don't honestly see a lot of people where I live with these in PowerBeats Pro, but I do think that they should get more trendy because they're great headphones, they sound awesome. And there we go, guys. You guys have a great day and Happy New Year.